and perhaps I'll walk you through the steps which we need to take for the coming week to work on the Impula network, particularly from being carbon negative. So we'll start in a while. I'll just um, it's going to be this way today, so it's not a FaceTime video. It's just going to be a blank who color to uh, start the process. We'll start in a while.
I got facts over tracks, isn't that spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness, hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior, get off of me, this ain't no humble brag, I want you to hear words, you can say them back, I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough.
So we will start with the understanding of the verses we are currently working on, or I rather say there are some modules which needs some urgent attention in terms of the work. I'll be giving you those nuggets to be worked on, and yeah, perhaps we can start from there. So I'll give you some codes also which you can utilize to create just the white economy. So there's a lot of discussion right now on buying something called as plot. That is particularly the word is 4-letter word. We'll just concentrate on a few words. Land, zone. So if I just take these three as Trinity, we have P, we have L, we have Z. So basically P, L, Z, let's take it, I'm keeping it in small layers. We take it into 3 axes, which is x-axis, y, and perhaps z. On the Impula network. I'm putting myself on mute. I'm just retrieving some data sets. I'll share in a while. So we are going to focus on system and method for displaying a UI, which is user interface. Look into the IPCs which I'm sharing right now. If you have any particular questions, we can look into that. So you need a little bit of a background on the electronic part of it to understand it in a better way. Okay. So there are instances where direction doesn't have any value, and that's how you enter the quantum world. Okay, this is the last one which I want to discuss right now. So this is here, and then I wish to discuss so I'm just going to focus on this aspect, and then I'll discuss one use case study for the entanglement, put into use and look at your data set and work around it. If you have any questions, you can always connect with me. But the question should be good enough so that I can answer. Okay, I want to talk about this term, surety bond in entanglement. Perhaps surety in common words, or in one of the verses where folks are living in the offline world, it is said to be providing some kind of asset which has a collateral attached to it, and it's kind of a three-party guarantee used in construction and the commercial contracts, infra and stuff. However, in the quantum physics, this relates to correlation between particles. So it's at not only at the cellular level, it's at the plus minus understanding of any particle per se, and it doesn't have any bond or financial instrument. However, if we take this in terms of the molecular level or in the chemical level, you can actually change the molecular properties, which has, I would rather go with, if I'm given a choice, I'll go with the single bond, because triple bonds become a little bit difficult to understand for normal people. Anyway, this is not for normal stuff, but this is something we have been working on for almost, like, me personally have been working on for the last 15 years, 15 plus years. So uh, that is, we are just going and trying to just scrape off the data sets in terms of the understanding. So let me just go through this, and I'll just walk you through this in the terms of the understanding, which is basically a computer readable storage medium having instructions for obviously making the device to form the method in terms of where the supplies have arrived. Okay, perhaps okay. So I'm using this example also for the quantum stuff. Whereby we can have a UI for basic understanding of what quantum is all about. So if you just push this data set, it is not going to work. You need to have a very logical, real case with you for this to for this being orchestrated. So this is nothing to do with the synthetic data set. It has to be a real data set. Okay, perhaps I'll try to explain this. What we are trying to do here is make people understand how they can even understand this subject. So every sound source, so sound has certain kind of decibel. So perhaps take it, say for example, it can be the geometrical landscape of particular words which we talked about, which is plot, which is zoom, which is land, blah blah blah, not blah blah blah, anything and everything which is four-letter word to orchestrate something which has dimensions. And particularly, let's just keep the dimension 4D for now. Let's not get into the other aspect. You take it as qubit, and then there is a microphone array continuously entangling itself with those qubits, and the joint state of the microphone contains direction correlation to every source. So perhaps you need to have folks who have the decibel volume which is good enough to orchestrate this, because even to enter the portal you need to have that kind of real voice, not the modulated ones. And then we have the GUI, basically that is again kind of a coordinate system which stays locked to the earth frame instead to the handset. So kind of a frame whereby it does not rotate when you are spinning the detector. You can draw a sector on that sphere, only the sources which are entangled, direction vector. Now, vector per se is questionable when you're talking about quantum stuff. So you have to be very careful when you're utilizing the word vector. Then we have, I would rather stay with delta, because delta is something I'm working on right now. Then you have, I'm just seeing which one to talk about because there's loads of data here. So look into the beam forming, and it has to be a directional correlation with the stuff. So the rather than taking as a canvas, whatever we take as a canvas in a portal, take it as a projector so that there's much more clarity. And I feel all these, media houses, all these places where you have these huge projectors where people come and book seats, you can actually orchestrate with their consent, not without consent. They should know what they're signing up for, and try and do these experiments as a candidate, and give them some kind of coupons or something whereby they can participate in the quantum world also, at least at the periphery per se, just to understand how they react to the gestures and the stuff. So it's basically contouring the measurement projector. So projector always has an angle. I would like to see isosceles angle, because whatever work I have been doing, I've been focusing on the isosceles part. It works well. So that is one thing. And the other one which I wanted to discuss, heat map is very important. when you talk about heat map, it's kind of a identity of the candidate. And heat map also has loads of parameters, so look into parameters and perhaps look into the factor of I would rather say so particularly you have to be less intuitive and more have that conscious ability to understand stuff, because that makes the process easier for the folks to understand and enjoy the at the periphery, just to enjoy what quantum world is all about. So thank you for listening this out. um, I know this works, and it works wonderfully, and this is only for the white economy. This cannot be utilized for anything and everything. It is very well coordinated right now, so perhaps you can look into it and enjoy this nugget of data set, which is very real, and this data set is good enough to have that connection, not at the humanitarian level, but at an atomic level, where everything is about a phase of sine and cos. We can leave the tan for now. Thank you for watching this out. Have a great day ahead.